Hello ladies, this is Vusis Creed back from the microwave and ready to be honey glazed as we're about to continue my Metal Storm playthrough. You just see me beating stage 4 if you last remember. Now with that cleared and out of the way, we can begin stage 7, where the name of this game is LAZORS! Lots and lots of lasers. Pretty much you can't walk in a straight line for 5 seconds without seeing the laser cannon blocking your path. And as you can see, it's capable of changing directions depending on how it's placed. If it's positioned to fire horizontally, it's capable of moving left or right depending on where you stand. And the ones that are able to shoot vertically, they fire either up or down depending if you're above or below them. So it's best to either take them out, wait for them to finish firing, or just whatever course of action you see fit to either destroy or evade these guys. There's also another premise of this stage that isn't seen in this particular first run. As I continue on to the second part of the stage, is that there's a bar of energy that's actually chasing you throughout the stage in both parts. So you gotta outrun that while evading crap like these, where I don't advise you to shoot at point blank, because if you actually shoot them, they will shoot in the direction where you fired. So if you shoot above or below them, they will come straight at you from that direction. Or if you shoot at them point blank straight ahead, the energy wave will explode and proceed to hit you straight in your face with not much time to evade the wave. So if you got armor, you lose your armor. If you don't have your armor, as usual, you're pretty much screwed. This game pretty much tells you you're the one to make the mistakes, not the game. And as I quickly finish that stage, my favorite boss in my opinion. This boss comes in 3 forms. The blue form is a ricochet laser shot, and once you beat it, the second red form is tracing lasers, where depending if you stand above or below, will either shoot straight up or straight down at you when you go right under it. The third form, which I just beaten, acts as a barrier to block your shots, and at the same time tries to impact you, like those blue waves that you see me cross through. Similar thing. And as a last act of desperation, as I begin the 6th stage, it will go through all 3 of its forms at random at an attempt to try to destroy you. Try to confuse you and destroy you at the same time. Now as I traverse stage 6, once again you're pretty much getting an infinite vertical scroll, but unlike the one you see in the stage 2, if you last remember, the screen stays fixed, while everything in the platform pretty much just continuously scroll up. You can use this to your advantage or disadvantage, but for first time players, I advise you to go through this stage very carefully. Oh, those red crab looking things, depending on how you position your gravity, it will shoot a wave of energy like that. And when you flip with your gravity switch, it will either cut on or cut off depending on where the thing is placed. And you cannot proceed until you turn it off by some way. So that's pretty much this stage in a nutshell. The infinite vertical scroll, and the fact that at this point things are gonna suck, because I'm gonna begin to die quite a bit after this. And how stupid. And that's one of the main problems and obstacles you gotta avoid. You cannot jump too high in this stage, because if you jump too high or mistime your fall, you're gonna wind up hitting onto things by accident. That's why I advised you earlier to go slow in this stage if you're first time playing this game. Oh, and one more thing. Did you see that little blue jet thing that zoomed across the screen as I was shooting those flame turrets, whatever they are? I hate them. I hate their children. If I find their mothers, I'll choke them. If I find whoever created them, I butt rape them. You will see why later. For the stage 6 boss, you got to stay on those green platform, the green machines, because at the top and the bottom of the screen, those lasers will kill you. Obviously enough, as if anything else in this game can kill you. The thing about this boss is you can only shoot it when its compartments is open. And when it's red, you pretty much have one hit left for each. And that's pretty much how you do it. You pretty much gotta keep pace and keep a rhythm, one way or another, to stay on top of those things. Jump carefully, gravity switch if you have to. Just stay on those things at all times, or you're gonna be screwed. And finally, stage 7, where it gives you all 3 power-ups, and the boss rush begins. That's right, stage 7 is practically your boss rush stage, where you pretty much... Phone. Sorry for the ringing. Someone will pick that up shortly. Hopefully. There we go. Sorry for that small little intrusion. Someone picked it up. And I continue redoing the boss fight, shooting the stage 2 boss. Just repeat the same pattern. Shoot one, beat it, stand in that spot, get into a good position where the beams can shoot it. I recommend having that power-up gun to do that. Otherwise, if you don't, you're pretty much going to have to evade all the lasers, because the normal gun will have a very hard time hitting them. And now for the stage 3 boss. Well, screw it. I blew that thing up. No biggie. You don't need to know about that until later. Stage 4. I screwed. Restarting. Avoid the lasers, which I didn't do. And once the game's over, you can continue and restart at the point where you died. As I was saying, all 3 power-ups are given to you. Your powered-up gun, your gravity ball, and shield. I always go with the powered-up gun. Yep. Downhill. Oh, man, I hate this. Anyway, I recommend, at least for the normal version, destroy those things first. Destroy those 2 laser shooters first before defeating the boss. It will make the fight a whole lot easier, so you don't have to avoid anything. And here's my favorite boss again. Gotta do that again. Just to let you know, pretty much about this time, I'm about to get screwed again. So I might as well just tell you that part 3 is gonna be the rest of this stage in the beginning of the expert mode. in stage 1. Stage 1 in expert mode. So now you'll finally get to see that this game is sure as hell not as easy as I'm making it. If you think normal mode was hard, expert mode is gonna be a bitch. Plain and simple. Well, with about 30 seconds to go, at this point I'm about to get screwed. I'm just gonna tell you, just stay tuned, have fun, watch me get killed, and go heat yourself up some sausage.